here. How much longer you guys got? Because I
I can
thought
go
Haley
for-
would be joining us, but it doesn't seem like it. And
I could do like one or two
it
more.
is- one or two more. All right.
I can do
Probably
that.
also not worth inviting Owen at 11:30. I think. But just so you know, when this uploads, Owen, I thought about it.
Yeah, in fucking 18 months. However long this hiatus lasts.
A year and a half. It has to last the exact amount of time you spent uploading everything. Does.
That'd be funny.
So starting next November, like 20th or something.
Yeah, for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction.
That might be how long it takes for us to get 4 episodes.
Oh man. Hopefully just because we're hanging
And
out
it is
in
no
person.
one's fault. Yeah, hopefully. Good point.
What concept?
Is this a bad place to ask about the goings on in your life, Chris Cranston?
Oh, hey Jordan, I'm dating someone.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so I guess not, maybe?
It's fine. It's going well. We've done a few trivias together. We've hung out, watched some movies together. We would like to do more plans together, but she is currently doing like film school, taking classes from, I believe, IU online for it. She would like to be a film critic, ideally. But she's also working Starbucks, but most days she opens, and my schedule is my schedule.
Yeah.
So, you know,
That's it.
if we do things, it's an impromptu thing and generally not super big, but like whatever, we're both fine with it.
Nope, very
What's
cool.
your full legal name and address?
I can only give you her social.
I'll take
Okay,
it.
that'll do.
No, her name is Olivia, which is a little funky because yes, that is my little sister's name. But listen, I'm working through that on a personal level. That's for me to worry about.
You never liked her anyway.
Which one?
It was a joke, but your little sister.
Yeah, well, I mean, so is mine.
So I responded to the odd one last night, Chris.
You responded the
The one
odd
who-
one last night.
I responded to the odd one who is coming to town and wants to hang out,
Oh, okay.
if that makes sense.
Yes, I understand.
And so here's what I said. When will you be around? I could make myself available. Chris is much more locked down schedule-wise, so you might want to figure out when he can meet up if you haven't yet. Did she say anything else to you?
Since a week ago? No.
I see. Great. So he just said, "Oh God, we're getting into I don't know who that is, are getting into Indy around 9 tomorrow, and leaving sometime Saturday afternoon. I think Dr. Johnson wants to meet up Friday night."
Oh
Well,
Is this a music person?
even Jordan knows what that means.
Yeah, I'm aware. Is this like a music
Yeah,
School
I just
person.
don't want to. I just don't want to say a name, but this is the
you have
person
to
that I have.
No, I understand.
You know this person, but
Oh, I know this person?
yes, I traveled
Alright.
back and forth to Butler with her a lot. If that
Oh, yeah.
goes in.
Yep, I remember.
And we're doing the basketball/rejoice circuit Saturday afternoon/evening, but otherwise totally free. And then she immediately follows that up with, "Wait, are you and Haley in Chicago now?"
What?
No,
What would make you think that?
I don't know. I didn't even say anything between there that would imply that. Oh, okay. Actually, I get it. The Chris Kindle market is like a really big thing in Chicago.
Oh, Chris Kindle.
as well,
Yeah, that's
right?
huge in Chicago. Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Carmel Chris Kindle market as well that we were at, and she thought it was the Chicago. That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
I honestly thought it just came out of nowhere. But yeah, I guess I'm not surprised that you had responded to her, but still nothing.
Yeah, I got a message at 11 p.m. at night, and I responded at around 9 the next morning and haven't heard anything. This was 1 week ago.
Yeah, seems about right. What are other event quests we can do? How about the Diablos Deception?
Sure.
Why not?
Psych, it's actually Brachiosaurus. How fucking cool would that be, though?
Just like a shadow drop.
Yes, if it's like everything about the quest says it's one monster, and then it just is not that monster.
That'd be very good.
Gotta bring Brachiosaurus back too. That little snippet definitely has me very excited. Just in general.
It's wait.
What's up?
It's fucked up that Diablos isn't, or Brachiosaurus isn't in this.
I mean, a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised that Brachiosaurus doesn't slip in.
At the same time, I don't think Brachiosaurus was in base game world either, right?
No.
So maybe that's
because
just
nothing
Brachiosaurus'
was.
MO is the ultimate of versions of things at this point. I suppose he was in regular Gen, right? And probably regular 4 as well. Wait, Jordan would be the one to know. Was Brachiosaurus in 4?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, yeah.
It was? Okay. Oh yeah, because that's when they introduced the exploding
Crazy
Brachiosaurus.
Frog.
Yeah.
That's when they put Crazy Frog in the game.
And you had to murder Crazy Frog.
Good.
I mean, it's been a long time coming. Ever since I saw him on MTV, that was all I wanted.
That would move you to, hey, in this new monster game, you're gonna murder Crazy Frog.
Remember Crazy Frog? There's a Crazy Frog collab. You get to murder him. That's what my favorite Sonic game is, the one where you actually, like, murder the shit out of Shadow. So I'm really glad that quest that we did, like, captures the same vibe.
The essence of Sonic.
Look, he deserves to die.
So what kind of films is your film critic person into?
She likes a lot of like historical drama is big for her. She likes a lot of a rom-com, anything Keanu Reeves has ever done. In fact, we were at a bar trivia last night and we extremely only won because we wagered everything on the final question, and it turned out to be put these Keanu Reeves movies in chronological order. And she just fucking nailed it, and then we won trivia because we doubled our points.
I guess depending on what they were, that doesn't sound like it would be too hard even for me.
No, I could see myself being able to pull that off.
The Replacements...
Yeah. Okay, I don't know that film.
The Replacements,
I've never heard of that one.
John Wick, The Lake House, and one other one.
Oof.
And I don't remember what the other one was.
The Lake House either. I've heard of The Lake House. I literally don't think I've heard of The Replacement.
I've heard of The Replacement.
I think it's a football movie.
Well, that might be why.
Also,
I thought it was gonna be like Bill and Ted or something.
No.
But I guess that would be like obviously the first one.
Also, I have now watched the first 2 Matrix movies with her.
Nice.
Hey, those first 2 Matrix movies are both fucking good.
I've only watched the first one. I watched it like maybe 2 years ago now, and I was like, so this is what people were into, huh?
That
was my response to it.
I think it largely holds up.
I think, yeah. I guess just knowing that like things like Ghost in the Shell were already in existence, like it doesn't feel as revolutionary to me as it might have to some people. I mean, obviously it was heavily inspired by Ghost in the Shell too.
Yeah, and like it helps knowing that like I went in being like, this is going to feel dated in a lot of ways, but I'm just going to take it as an action movie thing.
I think because I know so many people who like adore those films. I was like expecting it to feel less dated, but it definitely feels like it came out in the year 2000.
Yeah.
Good God.
But
And
I
not
don't...
because of the technology.
Right. Because a lot of the effects have actually held up, which is cool.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't mean to be that guy, but a lot of great use of practical effects.
What's that?
This thing's fucking huge.
What's it? What's a practic effect? A practic effect? What are you talking about?
Ha ha ha! Penises.
Bye.
I have not seen. So you thought the second one was good? 'Cause
Yes,
most people hate that one.
there are definitely parts that
Issues.
are worse.
Yeah,
I feel like people's opinion of the second one is that there's some good parts to it, but it kind of goes off the rails at times. And then
and generally it
goes-
seems like the third one they think it jumped the shark. At
yeah,
that
it just
point,
goes
right?
fully off the rails.
There are cool characters in the second that are introduced in the second
'cause
Matrix.
The
And
second one takes place mostly outside of the Matrix. Is that right? Or
a
is
lot
that
of
the
it
third
takes
one?
place outside of the Matrix.
Okay, like they're being chased by the creepy robo guys and stuff.
Yeah, the fucking squid robots.
Yeah.
And they do cool things with the Oracle, who remains cool.
Oh. Yeah. Okay. I think she was only in the one scene in the first.
She was
one,
only in the one, and she's only in one scene in the second one, but they do cool stuff in that scene. Also,
and I forget
holy
what
shit,
her whole
like honestly,
deal is. Is she a human?
no, like the thing that is revealed in the second one is that she is essentially a rogue AI.
Okay, that makes sense. Like
she was constructed like kind of before the Matrix, and so she like her role that she is fulfilling like does not.
It supersedes kind of whatever.
Yeah, and it does not jive with like the core directive of the Matrix, which is why the agents Smith are not fans. Also, holy shit, Hugo Weaving.
What about him?
He fucking crushes that role.
It is the most like hammy thing ever, and it's amazing.
Yeah, he commits 1000%, and it pays off.
He even like has his own weird accent, kind of, doesn't he?
Yes, he does.
Yeah.
Mr. Anderson.
Is it like kind of Uncanny Valley, the man?
Yeah.
It's like,
And that's how I've always thought of Hugo Weaving anyway.
yeah.
Especially after that weird transparency from Fellowship of the Ring. Where he just like appears in Frodo's dream, but like
it
looks like it was filmed on a hand cam, and and he's like at like 80% opacity.
Like I saw Fellowship of the Ring as a child, and I was just like, this man should have an eye in the middle of his forehead, right? He's not a human, right? This is how I've always
Did you ever
felt.
watch V for Vendetta?
I have not seen V for Vendetta.
That's a good film. I think you would like it.
Also, Wachowskis.
It's probably a good. Is it?
I believe
Not directed. Maybe produced.
Frick. I feel like I remember seeing. Was it V for Vendetta? No, I think it was, because I was like, damn, they really accidentally pulled in a lot of fascist people with their works, huh?
Pulled in.
Pulled in. Between that and fucking
What
red
is-
pilling.
Right.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Red pilling becoming like a weird conservative like
Also,
internet
anime
thing.
fans.
Well, they did direct Speed Racer.
Yes. That.
Yeah, which people love.
Yeah.
I've never seen it.
I know.
but
I'm
people really
just
seem to
making
like
fun.
that
I'm just
film.
making fun of weebs. There's nothing more than that.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's always fine in this household. In this household, we mock weebs.
Also, Jupiter Ascending, which I already referenced tonight.
Did you? What'd you? Oh yeah, right. Fucking Eddie Redmayne.
Eddie Redmayne, who is like just, he's just worse Hugo Weaving in that movie.
I mean, like far worse. Like not even. written half as well.
Yeah, people like
But,
that
like-
movie, and I can't tell if they're being serious.
That one has to have some irony on it, unless it's Haley's dad, who likes
I,
things
I
for
think-
visual effects entirely.
I think people just kind of like the gonzo nature of the movie.
It is Gonzo.
It's pretty.
I
That's the weird thing about the Wachowskis. It's like everything they've ever done is like, what? But like sometimes it works and sometimes it really doesn't.
I will say that, like, I guess I'll come out and admit that I did not hate Jupiter Ascending.
You're
No, I mean we knew that.
incorrect.
I think that was clear when we were watching it the first. Well,
What I will say is it's a mess of a movie, and it doesn't work a lot ever really. But I appreciate kind of like again, like just kind of the ridiculous nature of it, where it's like
I think its issues stem far more from tone than anything else.
it can't nail down a
writing.
tone. It is the most discordant movie to ever exist.
Also, the acting.
Acting is also very good.
Mind the acting too much. I think it fits the tone in that it is also
Bad?
discordant and
I guess if you were handed that material, and
yeah,
put-
like
and you put that makeup on Channing Tatum, then you were prepared for something.
And then you tell Mila Kunis, yeah, he's a dog man, and god damn, do you want to fuck that?
yeah, he is part dog. Doesn't really matter why.
But all that
Yeah,
matters is
yeah.
bees are genetically created to sense royalty.
Yeah. And do you remember the entire scene that was like, I can't remember what they were trying to do, but it was like a whole like, I don't even know how to explain the scene. It seemed like it was from a different movie. Like they were going through this whole bureaucratic process to get like
Yeah.
assigned something or something.
yeah, and
And it feels like it's from the film Brazil instead of from the film Jupiter Ascending.
Honestly, that is the part about the movie I really love, because first off, I think that scene is pretty funny in general. Like the scene that he has like a hand that is designed to like discreetly like shoot bribes at
Stamp
people.
something or
No.
is that what it was?
Yeah, he's just like like one of the guys asked for a bribe, which is strange because he is like a government robot from like the emperor or whatever, and they're still like demanding bribes from them. But then like I had programmed to not participate in any kind of graft, and then he like does like the discreet like I'm gonna slip you $100 bill, but like pretend I'm not thing, and then his hand just opens up and shoots a credit card at the guy at like 20 miles per hour, and that was always very funny to me.
I mean, it's just like that combined with like the utter lack of humor for the entire rest of the film, basically.
Yeah,
or,
no, it is
just really off-base humor.
It is a deeply like discordant and flawed movie that is just kind of a mess, but I still enjoy a lot of aspects of it.
And people
Part of
seem
it is
to
a mess.
Hey, Jordan, I got a
people
question
seem
for
to
you.
like.
What's the plot of that movie?
Can't tell you.
Okay. Shut
well,
the fuck
I mean,
up.
generally.
Again, I'm
revolves
not
around
saying
him
that the
being-
movie is like good. I'm just saying that there's like a charm to it. I think that that makes it so that I don't hate it.
Is it Channing Tatum fucking ice skating in the sky as a werewolf, as a space
dog.
werewolf?
That is a non-zero amount of it. Honestly, I really like the space parts. I think there's a lot of fun to be had there.
I think that
No,
first
it's just
scene
Eddie
where they're
Redmayne.
doing the ice
I think Redmayne
skating
is
through
great in that
Chicago.
movie. I don't know what you're talking about.
The first scene where they're like ice skating in the sky in Chicago, like, looked good because it's like filmed at like dusk or dawn or something like that,
Yeah.
and it's a nice looking, like a nicely shot scene. That's about. After that, I don't really like the movie anymore, and that was about a half a minute into the movie.
Yeah, I'm not necessarily arguing that the movie is like good per se. It is definitely a mess, and definitely like had some pretty like clear fundamental issues, like all the way from like the scripting part of it. Like, but I think there's, like I said, there's a lot of charm to it, and so I end up enjoying it despite a lot of the movie's flaws.
People really seem to like Cloud Atlas a lot, but I've never seen it because it's 4.5 hours long.
No, I haven't
And-
seen that.
I want to say that Olivia hated it.
Okay. I think maybe an equal amount of people hated it.
Yeah, that's another one of those like could go either way sort of things.
I do think there was a yellow-faced Tom Hanks in it at some point.
There was Yellowface
Woof.
was part of the problem. Yes,
Which
it is
not the best.
Tommy, Tom.
I mean, it's not his fault.
Yeah, it's
Maybe he should have looked at the script a little more.
yeah. They've got a couple actors in Yellowface.
Because isn't it some grand epic where they like keep getting reborn in different periods
Yeah,
of time?
it's like repeating stories, and I guess it's like kind of really interesting how it handles that. So they use the same like 5 or 6 actors like over and over again throughout like history.
Yeah.
But then
Unfortunately, at
time
one point, they're Asian.
yeah, they decided to put him in Yellowface, and
Because the Wachowskis are gigantic weebs themselves.
yeah,
Absolutely.
and they're not a very sensitive group.
Mhm.
So that was again a scripting issue. Like you did not need to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, just like set it somewhere else.
Just
Or
don't have
maybe
that
for
scene.
that scene. Maybe for that scene, make them different actors.
Yeah.
I realized that the Wachowskis were from Chicago while I was watching The Matrix, and every single intersection they talked about having a phone. I was like, that is a major intersection in the city of Chicago, Illinois. This is
Oh,
The
really?
Matrix in Chicago. And it is not, because there's a map of The Matrix briefly, or like an overhead view or skyline shots, and I'm like, that is not Chicago. But the, it's like Adams and Wabash and Clark and Dearborn and shit like that.
Mhm.
Where's my fucking dog? Oh, it's dying. Never mind.
I can't remember what the part of that film that I really did not like was, but there was something about it that I really didn't like.
The Forced Trinity Neo romance?
Oh, that's 100% what it is.
Yeah,
because they just like kiss at the end for no reason,
Yeah,
and then brings
it's
her
like,
back to life or something.
Yeah. He
that
does
sucked.
reach in... Wait, is that in the first one or the second one? I think that's in the second one, where he reaches
Oh.
inside of her body to pump her fucking Matrix heart.
Oh, yeah, I think I've heard of that scene.
You've seen that movie? You said you've seen that movie!
I haven't seen the second one.
I thought you said you hadn't seen the third.
No, I haven't seen the second one.
Okay, yeah,
I've
he
only seen the
reaches
first one.
he reaches into Trinity's body in the Matrix and does pump her code heart to bring her to life. After meeting with the architect, who is fucking cool.
What'd you think of the score?
I did not particularly notice it.
That's
Ow.
too bad. Considering my professor's entire doctoral thesis is on it.
I mean, I was not. I just was not
No,
actively
that's
listening.
fine. That's fine. It is not a movie in which you would expect to actively
Cat,
listen
why?
to the
You've killed me.
score. What has she done?
Just jumped on my leg, claws first, and then I reacted, and she jumped off immediately. There's just a lot of angular momentum happening on my knees as they're folded. Stop!
Oh no! You need help?
No,
you just
I've
Moxie?
got a max potion.
Okay.
I did get moxied. Hey, this
I
thing
just
has too much
slammed it out of
health.
that. Yeah, this is just the one, huh?
Yeah,
I haven't even touched the other one yet.
yeah.
I
Hey,
did just
God.
get 2 really big smacks on it, though. There we go.
It got a little fucked up by the other one. And I think this is the bigger of the two. But also, let's
Yeah, which
like
is
trap
really
it maybe.
needs my help. We can't, because it's Apex.
You can't trap these motherfuckers,
Nope.
and they just give the normal ass rewards.
Yep. Remember the deviants? They're kind of like that exactly, except none of the good things about them.
Interesting. So you're saying it's just it's a worse experience?
Pretty much. But see, this is an event one, so they're harder.
Oh, and so in return, I get
To play the game. to fight them.
Yeah, no, that's part of what I'm giving up in order to like. What's the output? Like the resulting product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't play Monster Hunter to play the game. I play Monster Hunter to consume content.
I play to win the game. Monster Hunter.
Daddy made you some content. Open wide.
I was thinking about that the other day.
Good.
It's good, yeah.
Not too much else to say about it at this point. Just
Yeah.
good.
There it is
Gotta do
again.
your thing.
That funny feeling.
Yeah, he finally put that on YouTube after
Yep, and
a very long time.
And I watched it.
Yep, me too. That was my favorite one when I first watched the special.
Which
And I was
one?
like, I have to go entirely back into the special to watch this again, don't I?
Hey, well, we got a tail.
That funny feeling.
There it is again.
There we go. Largest size. Not surprising.
Not surprising. Fuck off to the Jaggies. To all the Jaggies I loved before.
I've never loved Jags before.
I loved one, and then Monster Hunter.
And then it was gone.
Monster Hunter did me a disservice. Has
Then
Great Jaggy was in
Four
4,
Men-
right?
Yeah, it
Yes, it was.
Okay.
was like the first
That
like
was the
big
last
monster.
game it was in.
Fucking bastards.
Yeah, I think the problem is that those 4 men murdered the Great Jaggy while Monster Hunter 4 was in development, so it still made its way into that game.
Okay, so
But,
it's like death throes.
Yeah, those 4 men did kill it out of the franchise,
They
though.
did kill it. Great video, though. Great content.
Honestly, it was worth it.
Open wide.
The Great Jagged can't survive getting one shot, then it doesn't deserve to exist.
Yeah, well, neither
Yeah.
does whatever it was. The Velocidrome was what we did it to.
Yeah.
Yeah, the only one we ended up managing to do that to.
And we tried the Macau like once and thought we should have had it and then gave up.
Honestly,
And then this
What
game
ended
came
up-
out.
yeah, what ended up happening, which was frustrating, is that we realized that we were like overkilling these things like crazy, but the internet would not let it line up right. Just
Yeah.
ever, even if it looked like it did. Because I think when we killed the Velocidrome in one hit, Jordan's actually didn't even hit it at all. Like, and we still killed it. So, which means like it needed less than 3/4 of the damage that
Yeah.
we had planned
it's
for.
is
Did I just get put to sleep?
by a bug.
Huh.
I don't have
Look at
any
that.
tiny bombs.
I
I've got
actually restocked
bombs.
my bombs
Oh, smart.
because
I should have done that when I
I
was at
ran
the
like
camp.
completely out of potions. Honestly,
Oh, really?
yeah,
I'm
I
doing,
was getting hit a lot.
I'm doing pretty well. I fought a lot of Diablos.
But also, your entire thing is designed not to be hit.
Yes, Gunlance is
Or not to
very
take
good
damage.
for fighting Diablos.
That's true. Yeah. I wish I understood Gunlance anymore because it used to just be my like warm, cozy safety weapon.
Now it's mine.
But this set is actually designed to get hit, so I'm playing the game right.
Almudron has appeared.
No,
We're
you're
not
going
getting
down
hit
there.
while playing.
What if
Monster Hunter.
what if David Attenborough announced
It's down here.
every single time a monster appeared in this game? Almudron.
Is that
has
guy
appeared.
still alive?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think so.
Which one's the Jurassic Park one? Haley, which Attenborough is in Jurassic Park? Richard. Is he still alive?
There's a guy named Richard Attenborough and he's in Jurassic Park?
Yeah, he's Professor Hammond or whatever.
He's the
guy
owner
who
of the
made
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
And
an
he is-
Attenborough?
Yeah, he's like the brother of the other one.
Oh.
Too many Attenboroughs.
I thought that was just like some guy.
I
No,
thought they just picked a guy off the street.
I thought
No.
I thought that motherfucker actually made Jurassic Park.
What's that? Yeah.
I mean he is an Attenborough. It seems like his,
I thought that
might
was
be
Steven
interested in that
Spielberg's.
kind of thing.
I thought that was Steven Spielberg's dad. And he was just like, "Want to be in one of my movies, Dad?" And his dad was like, "Sure, I guess."
Daddy,
Daddy,
I'd like to see the T-Rex, Daddy.
Daddy, I would like a
Alright.
dinosaur, Daddy.
It's not how it's Steven Spielberg. He's American.
Daddy.
Don't you sully an American with that.
Would you like to be in charge of the dinosaurs, Daddy?
Daddy, I
Then-
want a
then
shooting
how
star.
far?
I want a shooting star in all of my movies, Daddy.
Does he? He doesn't have one in that, does he?
I think it's every
Is
movie
that a
he
thing?
directs.
Really?
Yeah.
When is there a shooting star in Jurassic Park?
I don't know, but there's one in like fucking Jaws.
I mean, in Jurassic Park, it is never night when it's like not raining heavily. I don't think.
I'm gonna have
Or
to.
maybe it is. You know what? I can think of the scene where it might be in. There's like a scene where it's like turning into dawn, and they're like watching all of the Brachiosauruses or whatever.
Ma. Daddy. Daddy.
I mean,
Daddy. Daddy.
oh no! That was oh no!
Not your favorite?
Not the best.
No losing ourselves here.
Almost better than the melodica version.
Oh no! Don't do the melodica version such a
Oh.
disservice.
I might be dead.
Nah, you're fine.
How did it not? Hit me.
Just like the Joker.
Something society.
Yeah, man.
Are you Patinkin from the game Guilty Gear Strive? Are you singing Patinkin's theme from the video game Guilty Gear Strive?
How does that
Yes.
go?
All I know is it goes like society
Oh,
because he's like Russian.
not like. Oh, I
Temkin?
thought that
No.
was. I thought that was a leave goodbye.
Oh yeah, so did I. What were you gonna say?
I was just making a joke that, like, Patinkin? Russian? I don't believe you.
Mandy Patinkin.
No. Yeah, she's Russian.
Yeah, she is.
She?
Yeah, Mandy Moore Patinkin. Mandy,
Oh,
Mandy
what is happening
Patinkin.
at
Mandy
this point?
Patinkin Moore.
He's Hispanic, right?
Wait, Mandy Patinkin isn't a girl?
No. That's the guy from Princess Bride, isn't it? Inigo Montoya?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's Mandy
I'm almost-
Patinkin.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Look, I was under the impression that Mandy Patinkin was a woman, so what do I know?
Have you seen the film?
Yeah, I didn't realize who played Inigo Montoya.
But that's just a very strange last name for a man I presume to be Hispanic.
Yeah, so there's a guy named Carlos.
Oh, God. I mean, on point. Can I ride the Almatron? Daddy, put me on the Almatron.
Daddy.
No, Stephen, I don't want to be put on the Almatron. Daddy,
But I would like to ride the snake. Daddy,
I'd like to put you on it.
would it be nice of
I'd
you?
like you to ride it, please. Papa,
Daddy.
the worst.
Daddy.
Here we go. Oh, slip, slip. Slither, slither.
It's
I
time
just
to
saw-
light up our shitty little dither.
What is a dither?
It's a stringed instrument, I believe.
That is a zither.
Fuck.
Close, though.
Daddy, can I have a zither, Daddy?
Once I'm done writing the Almondron, thanks, Stephen.
Daddy Spielberg.
Have your zither now.
I was trying to look it up and I couldn't find, like, I tried to look up if there was one in Jurassic Park and everything was like, is the shooting star in Jaws real? Cinema myth. The shooting star in Jaws is, did you know in Jaws, when they were filming the movie and there was the sky? And I'm like, why is
And
this?
let me guess, they're all Screen Rant articles released every month for the past 15 years.
Yes.
Essentially.
Help.
No.
I think you were already dead. Oh my gosh, Shinderu.
I don't think we would have been able to help by the time you
No,
said
no.
help.
I was stupid. I wire bugged immediately back into the monster
Yeah,
That happens.
like a chump.
Daddy, why would you die like that?
No, I'm still here, young Stephen.
Daddy, are you Michael King, Daddy?
That was Richard Attenborough.
No, it wasn't.
He just perished.
Daddy, no! I was behind that. Classic. Ah, bastard.
Man.
No. This Apex Diablos is almost a Black Diablos.
Kinda?
It's just like, just not horny enough.
Yeah.
It needs to be like 15% more horny.
I think so.
I think the problem with Diablos, I mean, this
Just gotta
is
get him a
basically
kink.
this is based on the Bloodbath Diablos, clearly from
Yeah. Jen.
Yeah, from Gen. But like every Diablos is honestly kind of more or less the same.
Yeah.
They don't have too much to do with a guy who runs and hits.
And like they also have Monoblos, which is pretty much the same,
same.
again.
Yeah. Yeah, they have. I mean, there was the original Apex series from 4, and this is kind of like that, which is kind of like the Bloodbath, which is kind of like the Black Diablos, which is kind of like the Monoblos. Stop. What I never understood was, is the Monoblos supposed to be easier or harder than the Diablos?
No
Or is it
one,
just
no
like
one knows.
runs a little different?
I never fought very many Monoblos at all.
There was virtually no reason to. I think, wasn't that one of those weird ones that was only available in the guild hunts? The guild... What did they call those? The ones you did in, like, the Everwood? That ringing any bells?
The like the expedition. Those were the original expeditions, right?
Yeah, I thought they were called guild quests or something at the time.
They might have been.
But, yeah, the Monoblos was, like, only available in those for some reason, even though it was, like, not worth fighting at all. I do wonder what they are going to attempt as an endgame loop for Sunbreak.
You have to fight the sun.
It just endlessly.
Yeah, it's I drank a potion for no. I'm
The only potion you've drank this whole hunt, I bet. The second potion you drank.
I used.
Oh.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I didn't even see the animation for your Wyvern Fire.
Oh, weird. I
It's
used
just like, yeah.
all of the ones they gave me. 1 max potion, 3 megas, 3 normal. And then the one that I drank on
Sure, I
accident.
forgot about the Moxie incident.
Yeah, I got moxied.
Guess I should carve this thing, huh? Not that it matters.
Have to.
Yeah.
Those Diabolus parts, you could get those pretty easy from any.
You could
random
waste
Diabolus.
every part of the oxen. Every part of the buffalo.
I guess every hunt I should be going and hustling
Wow,
some cats.
this is a bad website name, especially for film.
Uh-oh.
Shootingpeople.org.
Oh no!
That's I think Alec Baldwin would have some strong words
Ooh.
about that one.
Too soon. Yeah, that is
This is a good
that
one.
being a website related to film would be like 15th or 16th on my list of guesses.
Yeah.
Wow, this
It
is
sounds
just
like a snuff
tragic.
website.
Or it sounds like a give you tips on how to like murder your like loved ones, but in a way that,
What is-
that sounds
You
as a
need
joke.
tips.
What was the tragic, Chris?
Oh, my end screen.
Mm.
The Diablos was asleep, and there was just an explosion inside of it.
It must have been just ready.
Well, it's
I went to
versatile.
sleep and never felt anything else.
You know what? You're right. It was painless.
It was 6 enormous bombs and
Painless.
basically, yeah, basically a shelling to the face. So pretty painless, I'd say.
Yeah, painless.